35 of our 40 daily 10-minute places of pause. I'm so glad that you are here. Today, we begin a new chapter, a new season of our exploration around vocations for all. And in a moment, we're going to talk about this vocation of being a warrior. But before we do, we're just going to take a brief moment to take a breath, to just arrive, take in the sounds around you, check in with how you're doing, how you're feeling. Same thing, think on someone you love, send them a blessing for whatever they need. And a stranger in your big human family that you've seen on the news, just kind of imagine virtually companioning them and sending them a blessing, a prayer for what they need. And as you keep breathing, we're going to dive right in to day 35. Vocations for all is what we begin today. There is an energy, a trumpet call that beckons you to rise, to be kindled, to be set aglow from within and by those around you. Here, I believe you will experience what I call vocations for all. These vocations beckon many, dare I say all of us. They are simple ways for you to think, speak, and do in the midst of your day-to-day life of work and relationships, in the midst of perhaps quarantining, altered work, like we're talking real life stuff today. Invite them, these vocations, for you, for all, to elevate, morph, and ignite your vision for your day-to-day life and to inform and inspire your next steps. So today's focus, consideration, is on being warriors. What do you feel curious about or compelled to fight for or against? What would you train for, even to the point of exhaustion, and perhaps what you feel capable of doing? It may be in response to this global coronavirus pandemic. It may be something old and dear to you. Imagine what or for whom you would be willing to fight. Is it in the context of your everyday life with those you currently serve and love? Or is it about reaching out to a new someone that is capturing your attention, your heart? Do you not know you're something to live or fight for yet? Are you still on the hunt? Don't compare. Don't measure. Don't allow the messages that you are not enough, you are moving too slow, or you're going too fast to diminish you. Keep walking, exploring, and trusting, even before you understand. I've needed to do the same in many seasons. Though there are lots of things I have yet to understand about this vital vocation, I know that I am a warrior of love. A big part of my purpose on the planet is to fight for those in our global human family who are vulnerable, who are struggling in the world due to suffocating challenges of poverty, caste, access to education, and getting their basic needs met. I am committed to fight alongside other mighty warriors who are working on the behalf of these sisters and these brothers who are living dangerously on the margins. The more I hear of my friends' strategies for this fight, the more compelled I am to find and invite more to join. Day by day, more come to join this formidable force of fierce warriors. In all of these vocations, but particularly with the ferocity of this warrior work, the robust rhythms of these places of pause, they're not optional, they're crucial. It is where I believe you can pay attention to things like your focus, and your fuel. So in this next pop, listen for that sometimes still, sometimes small, and always present voice of your heart, of your tribe, and of spirit. Discern where you are destined to go to battle and with whom, to be fueled by your purpose in the midst of the rigors of this vocation, and to recover and rest after a fierce fight. That's what these pops are for. When the dignity, security, and well-being of those who belong to us, one or many, are challenged, we do something. We stand tall. We shout. We stomp. We can't not. So my friend, to be a part of this formidable, unstoppable army, you need only claim it. You need only claim it. You are a warrior of love. Day 35's place of pause, our pop. First, be still. Surrender. Put down your warrior weapons. No matter how good or necessary they are, put them down here and now. They can be burdensome if never laid down. Let go of the warrior energy if you're carrying it. Your longing to make a difference even. Your passion to free, rescue, encourage, heal. Whatever you love. Here, right here, put it down. Just breathe. Let it go. Find that place of stillness, of calm in the storm, in the possibility, in the excitement even. Just be. Breathe. Be loved. Second, ponder. Go deeper. What words or ideas from this notion of vocations for all and a warrior of love, what sticks with you? What captures your attention? Is it around the question and deepening your clarity of what it is that you want to fight for or against? What would you sweat for, train for with ferocity and commitment? Or perhaps it's around this idea of an army, a band of other warriors who oppose injustice in the lives of those near and far. What are one or two things that you've been exhausted by in your experience of fighting or working really hard for something in life? Something that you see as an integral part of who you are, why you're here, your fuel for life. But if you are propelled too predominantly by this thing, you get exhausted. You get distracted. You can't find that place of peace, of calm. Be watching for this subtle feeling in the future and find stillness within. Pause and be fueled. Engage, commit, a nudge, dialogue today and your way within your private personal connection with the sacred or with someone you deeply trust about this vocational invitation to be a warrior. If you have a question in your heart, a fear in your heart, speak honestly about it. Ask for clarity, focus, energy, whatever you need. Commit to doing one thing today from this exchange of conversation. Before we wrap, I want to read this quote by one of my favorite poets, wise brothers, David Whyte. This comes from Consolations, the Solace, Nourishment, and underlying meaning of everyday word. David Whyte says this: a true vocation calls us beyond ourselves, breaks our heart in the process, and then humbles, simplifies, and enlightens us about the hidden core nature of the work that enticed us in the first place. We find that all along we had what we needed from the beginning, and that in the end we have returned to its essence, an essence we could not have understood until we had undertaken the journey. So, wherever you are, be at peace. You're in just the right place. You have just the most perfect, beautiful constellation of gifts. And let's just take a step together on what that might look like for you, for our collective, and let's go it together. So share something today from this place of pause, this pop, with someone you trust. As you go, remember you are loved. You belong. We belong to each other. Stand tall. Be a warrior of love. And let's light up the world together. Have a blessed and beautiful day. Peace. I love you.